I was never the type of man who looked for trouble, but trouble always seemed to find me. That night, it came in the form of a 6'5", broad-shouldered brute with fists like sledgehammers and eyes full of fire. His name, I later learned, was Ethan, and he wasn't just any stranger, he was the new boyfriend of my ex, Claire. We hadn't spoken in months, but fate, or maybe just bad luck, decided to put us in the same bar on the same night. I noticed them before they noticed me. Claire's laugh carried across the room, the same laugh I'd once thought was mine alone to chase. She leaned on his arm like she'd found her protector, her champion, her wall against the world. And then her eyes found mine. Her smile faltered. She whispered something to him, and I could tell immediately, she hadn't told him everything about me. He rose from his seat, towering over the table, and started toward me. The bar went quiet in that strange way places do when something about to happen pulls everyone into its gravity. I didn't move. I didn't even put my drink down. "You," he said, voice low but carrying. "You're the one she told me about." The mistake. Mistake. The word rolled over me like a challenge, not an insult. I met his gaze, steady and calm. "You should walk away," I told him, my tone even, almost kind. But kindness doesn't work on men like Ethan. His lips curled into a snarl, and he leaned in so close I could smell the whiskey on his breath. "I could snap your neck right here, right now," he growled. One twist. Done. The whole bar waited for me to flinch, to pale, to beg. Instead, I smiled. Slow. Deliberate. The kind of smile that doesn't belong in a moment like that, the kind of smile that tells a man he has no idea what he's standing in front of. That smile changed everything. His eyes flickered, just for a second, with uncertainty. A second was all I needed. "Go ahead," I said softly. "Try." Ethan didn't move right away. He was the type who'd never been challenged, never been told no. His life had probably been a series of people stepping aside, lowering their eyes, making room. And here I was, not budging an inch. My calm cut deeper than his threats. He shoved me, hard, and I let my body rock with it, but my feet stayed planted. He expected resistance, maybe a swing, maybe a retreat. He got neither. "Snap my neck?" I asked, tilting my head. "You'd better hope you don't miss. Because if you do," I let the pause hang, heavy and electric, "you won't get another chance." The bar exhaled in one collective gasp. Claire grabbed his arm, whispering, pleading, but Ethan's pride was too swollen to back down. He pulled his arm free and took a step closer. I lowered my voice to a near whisper, one meant only for him. "I've faced men bigger than you. Men scarier than you. Men who didn't talk about what they'd do, they just did it. And you know what? I'm still standing." For the first time, I saw the crack in his armor. He blinked, processing the weight behind my words. He wasn't facing some random ex. He was facing a man who had lived through storms he couldn't imagine. "You don't know who you're dealing with," he muttered, but his tone had shifted. "I know exactly who I'm dealing with," I replied. "A man who thinks size makes him dangerous. But danger isn't about size. It's about will. And mine doesn't break." He stood there, chest heaving, jaw clenched. The bar was silent except for the low hum of a jukebox that had suddenly become the soundtrack to a showdown. I could feel every pair of eyes on us, waiting for the explosion. Instead, I took a slow sip of my drink. My smile never faded. And in that quiet, Ethan realized something he wasn't prepared to face. I wasn't afraid. Fear is a predator's fuel. Take it away, and they're just another man. Finally, Claire tugged at his arm again, harder this time. "Ethan, stop," she hissed, desperation in her voice. She could see it too, that he wasn't winning this. Not with fists, not with threats. Ethan looked at me one last time, his jaw working like he was chewing rocks. Then he stepped back. Just one step, but it was enough. The bar knew what it meant. He'd blinked first. I leaned forward just slightly, enough for him to hear me. You chose the wrong man to threaten. His face flushed with rage, humiliation burning hotter than fire, but he didn't say another word. He turned, grabbed Claire by the wrist, and stormed out of the bar. The door slammed behind them, leaving silence in its wake. The bartender let out a breath. Someone at the back muttered, "Damn." Glasses clinked again, conversations resumed, but the energy lingered like smoke after a fire. I finished my drink in peace. The truth was, maybe once upon a time, I would have been afraid of a man like Ethan. But not anymore. Life had already tried to break me in ways no pair of hands ever could. I'd lost people I loved, fought battles no one knew about, and clawed my way back from places darker than that bar could ever hold. That's why I smiled. Not because I wanted a fight, but because I knew I didn't need one. And men like Ethan? They always walk away when they realize the fight they thought they wanted isn't one they can win.